Did you put the link in Telegram? I mean,
She's gonna put the
chat?
link in there.
Let me see.
I might set up a send
Yeah,
again.
I think I can. I think I can directly put a link here into the chat. Give me a second, then I will sort you out. Otherwise, you have to just send me a direct message, and I will add you to the group. That's the other way of doing it. Give me a second.
This is training on how to get started. And what? Boomerang. Covering the build. It's fantastic. I've asked them about syndicate training, and
Gloria,
she's going to.
you're not muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just bragging about what you guys are teaching.
Okay, in the chat, I've put the link to the WhatsApp group. That's our International Financial Freedom group link. It is our communication link. We post there also I also have something else to share, which might be nice for you to see. Give me a second. Okay, this is also important. Okay, we with our leaders, and I recommend this to leaders who are having big teams, okay? We with our leaders, we've called it an executive premium. And an executive premium means you have 7 people. And what is important for you to know is that in order to be able to start your miners, to connect them to the dApp, you need to have in your MetaMask a little bit of BTCCs already. So you need to have from your uplink, if it is a GT1X, you need to 0.001. If it is a 10X, you need a 0.01. And if it is a 0.1, if it's a GT100X, then you need 0.1 BTC. If you need a boomerang, for 500, you need a 0.01 matic. If it is 1,000, you need 0.02 matic. Sorry, if it is a 3,000 package, I said we had a 2,000 package. I made a mistake. It's a 3,000 package. Then you need 0.03, 5,000 0.05, and 10,000 is 0.2. So that's the matics. What we give as an incentive to all of our downlines is that we will send it to them. And here you can see you have the position, and you have made both of these positions all premium. You have 3 premium positions. So it's position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Very nice. So maybe Chantal, can you just give us general information on Boomerang?
Yeah, I can. There are no other questions. There are definitely no other questions on WAS. Everybody is clear on WAS, or are there any questions on WAS?
No hands.
No hands. Okay. So,
Up.
what is? Huh?
Gloria is back.
Gloria is back. Gloria has a question. Gloria, you first. WAS precedes anything.
Yes.
I was curious to know if my uplines, present uplines, don't have Bitcoin BTC, where would I be able to purchase some?
You have to go to
DC.
someone. You have to go around to. Well, normally, what we say, if your current upline doesn't have, you go above your upline, and because you go up and you end up with someone who has BTCC. You can also reach out to people and you can always do a swap one way or another. There are people who are willing to do some selling. They're really, because at this moment, that's the second thing I want to say. At this moment is a very, very good time to purchase BTCCs. Okay. The bridge is open, so soon you can purchase with your MetaMask. You can purchase. But you need to first a little bit of BTC before you can make the connection to the dApp. No, that doesn't make sense. You need to go up, and you need to find someone who can help. If that doesn't help, you come to me, and then we will talk and see how we solve it.
Okay, my upline didn't even know about this build of 7, so I'm learning. Thanks.
Invite your upline next time to our.
Yes, I will.
I am very seriously thinking of doing I like doing training sometimes in the morning, which is 7 or 8 o'clock Dutch time.
Mm-hmm.
Say, okay, you know what? What if I do a training specifically for uplines to catch up? What is it that I need to have ready for my people?
Right.
To just help, because the speed of growth comes from the capacity of uplines helping their downlines to get into the system. Because once you're in the system, it's easy. It's click, click, just know where you need to know your wallet, and you need to know what to click. But it is the setup that takes a little bit of time. And we're working on automating that and making it more available. But I also strongly believe in training. So Luago is here. Luago, you're very good also in this. So why don't we make it a plan that we will do something? We will organize something, and we'll put it into the financial freedom WhatsApp, the invite, and then people can come.
Perfect. Thank you.
And I want to say that to everybody, and that's the transition for your question, Musu. This is how I see this. This is firstly the time to get everybody in the right mindset. We are having an amazing opportunity, and I don't say this lightly, because I know the drama in the market. And the reason why we have an amazing opportunity is, first of all, we own our own blockchain with the miners. And we basically have at the heart of ourselves a technology-driven CEO who knows what he's talking about and who cares about affiliate marketing. So he's not there just to be on the top of the hill earning as much income. He really cares about decisions that make sure that the people who are the newest and the most vulnerable are getting their value. And that is rare. That is really, really rare in this industry. So when you are looking at your own groups and when you're working with your people, check if they are all having the belief that that is the unique situation we are in. Because if it is like growing a little new plant, then that's your potting soil. The mindset and the belief in what you're having is the potting soil. And if there are questions, take the time to help your people understand where their questions are, so you can either help them to make a choice to believe, or help them to say, it's not yet my time, I'll just have a position, I'll just follow it on my own screen, on my own. That's fine. Then that's not your potting, then they are not your fertilizers. Then they are your deep, dark ground, which one day will also be shuffled around and come to the surface. But right now, you have your place of land. That's where you're starting to create your little nursery of flowers or of plants, or however this thing is called for you, and your potting soil. So that's the belief. Now that you know that that is what you have, now you want to make sure that you have the right position. And the right position is to make sure that you decide whether you can already afford 7 positions, or whether you are absolutely not interested in the 7th position. Because if you're absolutely not interested in the 7th position, just take your 1 position and go straight to what you want. No problem. But if you're interested in the 7th position, then you have a second question. Can I afford 7 positions plus a first boomerang? If you can afford that, make your 7th position and buy your boomerang. If you cannot afford that, make the number of positions that you can afford, both with a miner and with a boomerang. But place the rest already there. Because out of the profit of your boomerang, you will very quickly have those other miners that you can purchase, so that you have your 7th position. And I say the 7th position is like a rocket ship, A rocket ship has 4 engines. So as long as you have your first triangle ready, you can earn into your 3rd. And I'm going to go back to the picture. So sometimes I have people who cannot afford 7 positions, but they can afford 5. Then I say, okay, no problem. What we are doing is you purchase number 1, you purchase number 2, and you purchase number 3. And then you decide on which side you want to have the first premium. Let's say that if you feel that this is the power leg, so then you want to start on your inner leg, and you first purchase these 2. If it's the other side, if this is your power leg and this is your inner leg, then you first purchase these 2. So make sure that you have, and if that is the case, then you're purchasing your first boomerang license here. So that it works in that way, it works in that way, it works in that way. Sometimes there are people who are having a lot of overspill, and then we say, okay, make the inside work. But that's complicated. That's if you have a lot of overspill already. If you don't have anything and you don't have a full 7 budget, then just make 1 ready, on both sides. On either side, sorry. If you have 3, you do this. If you have 1, you take the top. So, and ultimately you want to have 1 boomerang license in all 7, but start from the bottom. If you have a 7 position, then you just start from the bottom, because this position will give you a kickback to that one, or this position will give you a kickback to that one. Or this position will give you a kickback to that one or to that one. If you do it at the bottom, then you can maximize the matching on this level, and on that level, with the 4 bots that are there. Gloria, you have another question?
I do, because when I first come in the room, you had already covered position 1. So I might understand that position 1 does not necessarily have to have the boomerang, but you could literally, if somebody's building it, they don't have a lot. Are they better to have miners on all 7, and then your first boomerang is on your 4 or your 7? Or does number 1 should it have the first boomerang?
No, if you have more than one position, boomerang should not be on your first position, because
Oh.
your matching comes from because your income comes from the matching. So and remember, the other thing that you can do is you can send income from multiple wallets to other wallets. So yes, your first answer is place miners first, and then you do the boomerang, because with the miners you create a premium, and then the boomerang gives you the kickback, and the kickback is on 500 instead of 50. It's better to have a kickback on 500 than have a 5% of 5. So you do, and so we always say wait for 24 hours before you purchase the boomerang. We make sure that all the money is already in the wallets. And if there and if there's a wallet that you're building up, then you're just building up with the matching bonuses from all the accounts to the one that gets the next one.
Unfortunately, my number one position, or I'm sorry, my number two location was claimed by somebody I brought in who came in at 500, so I don't make anything on them. Right? So if I'm going to build my structure, I would then put my 3 below that person, right?
Yeah. Well, well, firstly, your number two. Okay, so you need to make a distinction between direct and spillover. So I'm going back to the picture. So imagine that you are number one, okay?
Yes.
And that there was from your upline a spillover. So this number two here is actually not your direct. It's a position, but it's not really your direct. Then when you are doing a direct, your number two, with an affiliate link from this, then that position actually comes to fall here.
Mhm.
So you anyway never get from this position, if this was not a direct,
Mhm.
you never get a kickback. You only get a kickback from the one that is a direct, which happens to be here.
Okay.
But from this one, you would get the matching bonus. So it counts for your team value volume.
Oh, I would get a kickback for my number, because my number, okay, if I'm number one, then number two in my position in my structure is somebody else with 500.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So that's not really your number two. That's just that is just a spillover. We call it a spillover position.
okay.
It visually looks like it is, but
Mhm.
there's not a direct link. It's not your direct link.
Yes. So my next one will go under him, and
Yeah.
then the two would be under that one to make it
Yes,
3.
correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So he builds
correct.
his own inside. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And it could very well be that when he basically puts his own insights, that some of them are spillover for your downlines, for your direct downlines, you know? So
Mhm.
because that depends on how fast you're doing this.
Mhm. Mhm. Good. Thank you for that.
Okay. Okay. So I will do something of a little calculator in terms of boomerang. So if you have a package of 500 and you bought it before we started, then remember you're getting 3 times guaranteed. So that means there is 1500 for you. I am not 100% certain if the 3x is before or after gas fees, okay? So let's say that it is, because I have heard 2 different things about that. Let's say that it is not after gas fees, so that there are still gas fees that have to get off this, which is often about 50. So let's say that you then have 1450. Okay. Then you have a decision to make. Is there an amount that you want to take back and put back into your own wallet? And that's what you could do. You could say, okay, sorry, I borrowed this from my mother. I have to pay it back to my mother. Or I borrowed this from my rent money and I now have to pay the rent. So take the 500 off. Then you have 950. Then what you can do is you can say, okay, what I'm going to do is I want to buy two packages. Well, one you can buy, you can buy the one of 500 because and there's 450 over. But remember, in this whole process, you've had kickback bonuses and matching bonuses. So what you simply are going to do is you're placing this 500 in the position that you want to place in. So it might be in a complete different package and start trading with it. And you buy also a second, and you put this money already into a third package. So let's say that you bought the first one on position number 4, then you would buy the second one on position number 5, because that matches 500 and 500 for position number 3. So you are already getting $50 as a matching bonus in position number 3. So that means and my apologies. I am taking care of my mother. Okay, so coming back, you could put this 450 in the account of number 5. No, sorry, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, in the account of number 6. So that's the beginning of boosting position 3. And you send the $50 matching bonus from position number 2 to the account in Ba's account number 6. And then you have a full on, so you put the 50 under it, and then you have another 500 there. Now, those two new 500s that you've bought, of course, they're all getting at this moment the 200x. Okay. So what's my strategy for 200x? We don't know yet whether it's going to really truly be 200x or whether there is for the beginning also still a guarantee. But let's say that is a 200x. 200 times 500 equals 100,000. So now you have to make a decision how much you really want to try to earn out of the 100,000. We don't know if you can immediately start with the bot or whether you have to just decide it for yourself. Let's say that you're going to trade for yourself. Okay. Imagine that the percentage is 0.5. Okay. Because we are suddenly at the beginning and the percentages are low. Well, that would mean you are only earning your package back because that gives you $500. Let's say that you were able to make 1%. That would give you $1,000. Let's say you're able to make sure that you never go below 1.5%. Then you're right back at the $1,500 that we spoke about in the beginning. But imagine that you can go for the 2%. Then you're back at 2,000. But remember, you had 2 packages. So you could do this twice. So then it means that the 500 would actually mean you've earned 1,000. 1,000 means you've earned 2,000. And the 1,500 means that you've earned 3,000. And the 2,000 means you've earned 4,000. Now, then what I would do is I would start placing a new 500 on the last position that didn't have a 500 yet. And then you need to have a very good look at your number 1 position, because your number 1 position had only 150 in it and might get to a point that it needs either additional mining or you need to put a boomerang in there. So you can actually start buying a little bit more. So therefore, in an ideal situation, you're making sure you don't go below the 1%. Because if you have done this below the 1%, then you have 2,000, which means you could have 2 extra packages of 500. And you could start with your first package of 1,000. And that then becomes your next goal. Your next goal is to make sure that all 4 of them are having 1,000. And then you start making sure that you're trading enough to make sure that you all bring to a 3,000, because look, with 1.5 you can also work towards the 3,000. And then you start earning from the 3,000, you bring them to the 5,000, and from the 5,000 to the 10,000. You make sure that you have, as soon as possible, on your own work, on your own bot, on your own beginning of 850 that you put in, that you get to 4 bots of 10,000. And you will trade yourself to Shiba and to every rank that you want to go just with your bot, because you have put up this structure. This is why it's so exciting. And in the meantime, you also buy some. Now and then you have also the money to start balancing. Once you have those, you start balancing with put some money in the BTCCs, put some money, in harvesting, and keep that bot building up and changing your lifestyle.
Yep. Sounds exciting.
And this is when this starts working for you. When you share it to people, you will know. People see it in your back office. They say, "I want it too." So you will naturally get new people that you're sharing with, because you're having the proof. Because at that moment, if you have proof of earning, sharing is easy.
Yes.
Because at that moment you have proof of product, you have proof of community, you have proof of earning, you have proof of payout.
That's right.
If people don't need money, they don't need money. Or if they're anti-crypto, they're anti-crypto.
Mm-hmm.
But if they are anything else, I started with that nursery. You've created the right soil. You've planted the right plants. You're nurturing it. And now you're starting to have your own you're having your own garden, perma garden.
That's right.
That's what is so exciting about what we're having here. And Gloria, you're muted. I know you want to say something.
Gloria.
I just said yes, it is exciting, really exciting.
Yeah.
And it all starts very small. It's only making sure that you register your first package. Okay. Is there anyone else who's having a question about WAS or the strategy, or another question about Boomerang in general, the Boomerang earning that I was just showing? Because for me, they're all connected. Sanuta.
Sanuta.
Sorry, Musu, it's your
Yeah.
role.
Go ahead. Sanuta,
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone.
do you want to show your picture, please? We want to see your human face.
Okay.
All right, good. Look at you.
I've greeted already, sorry, anyway. My question is that I'm very new in this. I just went to one meeting and I heard that they were closing down positions or something like that, and I just jumped in. But to be honest, I don't know anything about. I was registering Boomerang, then it ended up being walls, so all mixed up, and I just jumped in here to listen to you for the general formation, yeah, and then I could see 7 rings, and at the moment I don't have anyone. I pay my 500, but I don't know what to do. I know my upliner too is new. I don't know. I don't understand the 7 rings on one left and then the left and then the spilled over, and I'm just listening. I don't know what I'm in, to be honest. So I don't know if.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I look, I understand that. I understand that. So let me ask the question so that I understand where you are.
Mhm.
Your upline,
Yeah.
he sent you an affiliate link. Is that correct?
Yes. There was a group I was in, and then I went to the meeting and I found I end that I haven't been going to meetings long time, but that day I don't know. I just entered and then they said that group is changing to be Boomerang, and I jumped in and I said I heard the closing and I just jumped in, and I think it was new for her too, so she doesn't know about it either. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are, because if I share my back office, okay, let me just
Mhm.
share my back office. The first question I have is, do you have already a subscription? Have you bought any of these subscriptions? Are you having any miners already?
I don't even know what is minus. I have the 500 in there since last week.
Okay, but there, you know, this is what is important.
Mm-hmm.
There is a 500 package as a miner.
Yeah.
There's also a 500 package as a Boomerang.
Okay.
So it is important to know the difference between the Boomerang subscription. And you can see here what you have, because look, the subscription history is the pre-sales, the 3x. But the new packages are sold here.
Okay.
500,000 and 3,000. So if you go in your back office, what you have to do is you have to see if you have a Boomerang license, and you see that here already you have a 500 miner subscription, and you see that here, the subscription history here, because you can see what is happening there.
All right. I could see. Okay.
So I will stop sharing. If you want to share your screen, we can look together in your back office.
All right. I do it on the phone, but I'll try
That's
to.
fine. No problem. No problem. You can share.
Okay. My laptop is somehow difficult going. I don't know. It they install, and I think the phone would be the best for me. So I'll just go on the Zoom on my phone. Yeah.
Okay, I have a suggestion, because we're asking people that if they're sharing something, that they have everything set up, and you're clearly not yet having your VAS account at this moment live yet.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't you do that? Get it live, stop sharing. I see
Mhm.
the question from Suleiman, and I'm coming back to you.
Please.
I come back to you just now, okay?
All right.
Yeah, then set it up, have it open. Let me come back to you when you have it open, and we look together, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. So I stop sharing, yeah?
Yeah, you stop sharing, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Suleiman,
Hello.
Suleiman, you want to show your face?
1 second.
All right.
Hello. Also quite new in Boomerang. I bought a license for $500.
Yes.
I was thinking of adding other accounts, but I thought after I make it, I should add one by one those accounts. But listening to you, I mean, should I create those accounts now? Because I don't have money. I had only 500. That I bought only one account for Boomerang, not Miner. So should I wait coming days when I make some money, create those accounts, or right now should I create them and just empty? I mean,
I get your question. Yeah. Okay. So let me make the analogy to real estate. You know, when people are opening a shop, they always say position, position, position. So get yourself the real estate. So in VAS, you need to see what is this? Who is this? Okay.
Suleiman, are you sharing?
Yeah.
Oh,
sharing anything.
Okay, but you have bought. Have you bought this via VAS, or have you gone in a different way? Because I am looking for people. This is a VAS community, and this is people who are coming into Boomerang and are guided via VAS.
I mean, I bought the license through. There is an upline and
Through the website. Through the website.
I think so. I cannot remember now.
Okay, I don't know what you are dealing now, but this is neither the depth. This is a. So can we stop sharing this, because this has nothing to do with us?
yes.
Yeah, it does, because that's a government website.
Yeah, but this is what are we doing here? We're here in VAS.
It's the government of Australia. It's,
Okay.
Yeah, it's the government of Australia has sanctioned Boomerang.
Okay, but this has nothing to do with it. This okay.
Is Boomerang not a product of WAS?
Okay.
Yes, it is. You just said that like 20 minutes ago.
It's correct, but this is a private room. I'm training people who are in the system.
How this is a private room when you give out the IDs in a public Telegram group?
Okay. I didn't invite you, did I?
Yes, you did.
I didn't invite you.
Yes, you did. You sent me the link.
I didn't send you the link. Someone sent you the link, not me.
Yes, you did, Chantal. I have your full name. That's how I got your link.
Okay. So I do not want to go into this engagement here. This is inappropriate. Musu, just
Yeah.
disconnect this.
How is this inappropriate? Because you're listening to Boomerang.
Because somebody else is.
I think Salome should know the full truth. Don't you believe you should know the full truth that they're not sanctioning this?
Listen, get this out. Guys, there are people who are making money
Yeah.
about how do you say it? Rebroadcasting the material that we are doing here in a private room in a public environment. I
Yeah.
am not interested in being on any public environment. I'm sitting and training people in a private environment. If you want to have a discussion on anything else specifically about the company and what's possible, what's not possible, go to the CEO. I'm here doing training for people who are in the
Yeah.
system and need to work with it.
Exactly. I removed him.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm not sure if you were sharing that, Suleiman, or I'm taking. No, it wasn't, huh?
No, maybe that
No,
was
no,
him.
no, exactly. It was someone else who took over control. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So can I just ask question back? Were you in? Did you put?
Is there a difference to create an account without putting any money in it, or
Yes,
wait?
yes. So it's so in VAS. If you are, that's why I was trying to share my screen in terms of VAS.
Yeah.
So let's go into the dashboard. Okay.
Okay.
So if this is your first account,
Yes.
then with your affiliate left and with your affiliate right, you
Yes.
start building up your tree the same way as the same way as I showed you our tree. Okay, here's join us here. And join us here is having a power leg on this side. And we started a complete financial freedom team without any power legs. We started it completely as a 7-position syndicate together. Okay, so Financial Freedom 2 is a direct of Financial Freedom 1. Financial Freedom 3 is a direct of Financial 1. If you cannot afford it at this moment, it's totally okay. Make the positions because you've created your digital real estate. This is your asset. It is your digital real estate.
You are saying that it's much better if I create them right now.
Yes, because it means that if someone above you,
if there is the
your spillover comes then always under the ones. And what you do is if you bring in someone new, then in the beginning, you still connect them to Financial Freedom 1, so to your number 1. If you have if nothing, and they are just extras for spillover to the rest, that's okay. But keep them as directs in the beginning until you have made them premium, okay?
Okay, so I should just use my own link and create those positions.
Yes, create your own link and make those positions, and then you create the link of take the link of Financial Freedom 2, and you give them two links, a link to left and right and a link to left and right.
I understand. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Is there anyone else who's having a question who would like to ask a question? Evans, I see you. I saw you twice. Oh, no, you've moved.
Yeah, I'm registered, but the thing is, I will pay my first money on the 27th, thereabouts,
Yes,
before
no
the month,
problem.
ending of the month. But I've already registered and set up my account already. So I'm just
Super.
here to listen a little bit. I have an appointment, but I'm at work at the same time. So I just want to listen so I
Sure,
can
no
pick up
problem. No,
little things to learn.
absolutely no
Then
problem.
when I'm ready, then I can ask my question. That's why I'm hopping from room to room just to pick up what I can learn.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Thank you. No problem. No problem. This is for people to get comfortable.
Suleiman, did you want to come back?
Yes, please. Just short question, if possible.
Yes.
So when I create a new account, I use the same MetaMask address, right? I have only one MetaMask account one, so I don't need to create other accounts, account 2, 3. Is that right?
Okay. You do. Okay. Did you use your MetaMask for the
Yes.
miner or for the Boomerang?
Boomerang. I
Okay.
use it Boomerang.
Okay. Then you need to. Then I suggest you make two MetaMasks, because then you probably haven't done this yet. You probably haven't placed any BTCC blockchain wallet address yet, have you, in your MetaMask?
No.
No. Okay. So make a second MetaMask address
Yes.
for BTC20 and place that here, because you're going to get your miners and you're going to mine BTCCs. So it's good to have both.
Okay. So I need to have 2 MetaMask accounts.
Yeah.
And
MetaMask wallets. Yes.
I understand. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mariam, you want to show your face? Okay.
Yes, my question was on the placing. You are at the top, you have 3 on your left and 3 on your right. So my question now is, if you put the 50, 50, 50 in the 3 on the left and 3 on the right, where are you putting the boomerang? Where are you buying the boomerang? Are you buying it on number 1 or you are buying it on number 7?
I'm buying it on either on number 4 or on number 7, at the first. Either on number 4 or number 7, depending on where your power leg is. You're buying it away from your power leg, because you're going for the first matching.
Okay, my question is, you just made an account, right?
Yeah.
And you are at the top.
Yes.
So what do you put at the top, like
Okay,
the number 1?
I'll show you. So if you have,
Yes.
If you are having your position on the top, okay, and you have
Yes.
miners in all 7, okay. I know, and I don't want to kick him out.